up, y'all? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. Peace, y'all. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and this is your... I don't have anything to talk about, so we're just here. I'm just talking about what happened this morning so far. Trying to find a lighter real quick. Oh, it's right here. Let's see. Yeah, so some things I don't. First of all, I don't have anything to talk about. Like, literally, don't have anything to talk about. I haven't even looked at what was on the blogs. Okay, now I sponsor the blogs. Now I sponsor the blogs.
I sponsor the
Let me tell you something.
Which Mariah was so confused. That's my favorite. That is my favorite. Now I sponsor the blogs. Now I sponsor the blogs. She was so confused. Quad said, "You will take down anybody you can by any means necessary." I look really pale. All right, so first things first. First thing I saw this morning was one of the first things I saw this morning was this guy's video, and it said nobody is going to save. It's called Nobody. This is from this. It's a YouTube channel, and I'm not gonna mention his name only because I know how black men behave in digital spaces, and I'm not in the mood. But he does have the word alpha in his channel. And I want black men and all men to understand that when you choose to use that word to describe yourself, you are actually using a word that was used in a observation of wolves, of animals in captivity. And in captivity, how those animals related to each other and how they determined who was going to be the leader. So you have to remember, they are not talking about free, sovereign, wild animals. They are talking about animals trapped in captivity. So just remember that when you are talking and saying that you're an alpha male, that you are actually comparing yourself to an animal in captivity. He says, nobody's going to save you, black women. That's the title of his video. And he mentions a lot of black women content creators. He even put Tasha K in his title, which you know that he's trying to fish and bait, because Tasha K is a whole male identified woman on the internet. So I'm not sure why he tagged her. But seems like, and it's funny because it's funny that you say nobody's going to save black women, yet you include the name of 6 black female content creators in the title. So seems like maybe including their name in the title of their video might save you. But what in regards to these men, black men, especially black men in digital spaces, and how they have all of these ideas and advice for black women, and it's like literally never focusing on the root cause of the issue. And I have come to just accept that we do live in a victim blaming culture, because a lot of the times the victims are the result of some type of oppressive state, and because men are in the dominant role in society, they are the ones that are typically doing the harming and the oppressing. So because you live under a system of patriarchy, the men are always going to be protected, and the person on the other end of their violence, the victim is always going to be the one blamed for it, right? And it's funny, and I don't think a lot of it is unconsciously. A lot of it is unconsciously. We blame the vulnerable person for what happened to them. Just like I was watching this Bill Cosby documentary, the Hugh Hefner documentary. These girls do not go, they go to have a good time. They are going to have, yes, we are doing drugs, but we're going to have a good time. We're going so that we can have fun. We're not going for you to enact extreme violence and torture on me and give me something where I'm unable to defend myself if necessary. And we get into these societies where we literally blame women for being assaulted because you went up there. You went up there. You went up there. Yeah, I went up there to party. I went up there probably for a little kissy kissy, maybe a little rub down or something, a little feely feely kissy kissy, a little drink. And then you blame her. You should, what you go up there for? You knew what you was getting yourself into. Did you? Do you think anybody would walk up some stairs into a home knowing that a piece of wood is going to be used to insert into their butt for this man's pleasure? Are you telling me that's what women are agreeing to? Women are agreeing to being given a drink to where they are incapacitated to the point where they can't remember. When they wake up, they have no recollection of what happened when it went dark. You're telling me that women are signing up for this? That because they went upstairs with this man, that they have agreed to be tortured and assaulted? Is that what you're saying? No, this is what I'm telling you. We live in a victim blaming society. You are blaming Black women for their response to the lack of. And instead of focusing on the lack of, instead of focusing on creating Black women, a lot of Black women, there still are a lot that are still, trying to save Black men. But we live in a patriarchy and women are socialized to feel like they need to save men, even though they oppress them. And oppress them whenever they feel it necessary. But like this man, I watched a few moments of his videos and it's just like, it's all the same. I mean, every single, it's like they are not using a different playbook. Like the same rhetoric and words that he are using is that they like literally are parrots repeating old ideas from centuries. Now I know that's generations. I know that it works. It works to a certain extent, shaming women for the choices of men that they make instead of actually telling the men, you need to straighten up. A response, Black women being masculine and other women not being masculine, is a response to how the women feel around that said group of men. If you have entire groups of women who you are able to see, damn, they are more submissive. What do they say? They're more submissive. They are more feminine. These Black women are so masculine. And instead of asking yourself, how is it possible for all of these women to be more feminine, submissive, and everything, and the Black women are not? Why is that? Oh, it's a response to how the men treat them in that group. The women don't have to be masculine. They don't have to raise families on their own. They don't have to do that. They are doing that. There's always some. It's never all. It's always some. Okay? Because please don't get in my comments playing that game. That's another game that I don't even play with y'all. Don't get in my comments talking about it's not all. It's never all. It's always some. And in the case of black men, it's most. So just don't it's not all. It's not all. No. But it's ironic that these men have the same talking points as their great grandfathers. Literally, the same talking points as their great grandfathers. And their positioning in society has not gotten better because they're literally focused on blaming women. Like in a patriarchy, that's what you do. That those women are the scapegoats in the patriarchy. Just blame the woman for everything. Every single thing that happens, blame the woman. Whatever a man does, blame the woman. Tell her it was because of her lack of, or because she didn't do something. And this is the reason why the men are doing this. But when you ask yourself, why are black women masculine? Because the men in their communities have taken on roles that are feminine and more laid back. And they don't do the work because they are inadvertently waiting for the men who are actually higher in social status to do the work, to make a way for them. But in that time, black women have adapted to their environment. And if they are in an environment where the men are not protecting them, guess what they're going to do? Become more aggressive, become more assertive, bear arms, learn how to defend themselves in the areas of martial arts. They raise their children, they're going to school, they're getting into these industries, they're adapting to the environment. And for some, it has actually been more beneficial than actually waiting for the man to come save them. Yeah. And now they are realizing, wow, I've been able to actually not only survive in this environment where the men are not stepping up to the plate, but I've been able to thrive in it as well. So do I actually need that? If it's offering no protection, it's offering no financial stability, it's offering no health stability, right? Because the HIV cases that are increasing are straight black women. So they're not making environments safe. So the women are adapting. And now they're like, are you necessary at all? So instead of being like, wait, we need to fix ourselves, because if the women are masculine, that means that we are not actually doing what we're supposed to do. We're actually taking the feminine roles where and then what's funny is when you say masculine and feminine roles, you're actually using a westernized idea of patriarchy and a template of traditional. It typically means that the man is like this and the woman is like this. It's not like this. It's not equal. It's not an equal. It's not a space or a template of equality. So you have to be very careful when you're talking about traditional and modern, because the traditional woman was dependent on a man. So it's crazy because black men are always looking for traditional women, but black women have never, ever, ever. You can tell me, you can get in the comments and let me know, when have black women as a collective ever been able to depend on the collective of men in their communities? You tell me. Learn me. Put it in the comments. Send me a source to where in any time in history have black women in America, and we could take it global, but in America, tell me a time where black women have been able to depend on the protection of black men. So now the women have adapted and you are demeaning them for adapting to their environments. But it's so weird because I feel like Black men, you have identified the problem. You have identified the problem. The problem is the Black woman, right? So why do you continue to seek attention from Black women by telling them, you're this, you're this, you're this? We know. We know why we're this and this and this. We've had to adapt because you are not doing what you're supposed to do. So now you're upset because we're modern and not dependent, but you're living in a fantasy because the idea of a woman depending on you has never been the reality. It's very, very rare that a Black man was running the household by himself, and the woman stayed home and had no means of income. Listen to the nuance, okay? Because we could say that there were men in the home taking care of their families, but the woman was working too in some capacity. So it wasn't a single income household, right? So this traditional that you're talking about is a dream, a Norman Rockwell painting. This dream, there's never been a reality that Black women didn't have to work at all. So then you really blame a system, a government system, by saying that it took you out of the home. So you just would, okay, well, I gotta go now. They're offering you money every month. Let me get my hat and go. And then blame the system. It's everybody but you. Everybody but you. Everybody but you. But we're in a patriarchy, and that's how that functions. It's everybody but the actual man. So you have all of these issues with Black women and how Black women are acting, but you don't marry them. You don't marry them, or you're not getting married. Half of y'all will never get married. So I'm not sure what traditions you're talking about. That's number one. Number two, out of the 29% of you who are married, yes, 85 of that 29% marry Black women. Great. But even in that marriage, the woman is thrusted into poverty. So she's been able to be like, the idea, the thing is that the woman is not, no longer needs the man. And I think Black men have this desire to feel needed by some group of people. But the women are adapting and realizing that I've been able to do all of this by myself, survive, and also thrive. I've adapted to my environments. I know how to protect myself. I know I work. I raise my children. I do all the things. I've gone to school. I've gotten my degree. What is your purpose again? What is your purpose again? You offer no protection. You're not offering marriage. And if you do offer marriage, I'm probably going to be in poverty. I'm actually more successful without marrying you, particularly you, not any man, particularly you. I'm sorry, these are the facts. I hate, nobody wants to hear them, but these are the facts and these are the numbers. So I said to this dude, Black men have never been neither traditional or modern. Also, the idea of an alpha came from observing wolves in captivity. Instead of looking for Black women to have good content about relationships and dealing with Black men, why don't you focus on the Black men and how they are behaving in their relationships instead of how women behave in relationships? Because truth be told, a woman under a system of patriarchy typically depends on men, and how women behave in relationships with Black men is a response to the lack of. A response to the lack of. What is your goal when you're trying to critique how women are responding to the treatment of Black men? You are taking issue with how women are responding to men. So then you need to get to the root of the problem and find out why women are responding to Black men in the way that they are. You will find that women, Black women, are responding to Black men. Black women are waking up slowly and surely and understanding that even spending or wasting valuable time and energy trying to relate to Black men who are in fact subjugated to the real leaders and alphas under the system of patriarchy, lower than Black women on the social totem pole. Black men have never been leaders in a traditional society or in a modern society. You, as a collective of men, compared to any male group, have never been the ones to protect women in society ever. The truth is, more than half Black men will remain single and never marry. Black women aren't waiting for y'all to gain a higher position in society. They are realizing it's a useless investment. Black women have reallocated their funds and investing in themselves instead of y'all. Instead of complaining about the response to the lack of men of protection, man up. I also said it's even more pathetic that you are using the names of Black women in order to get your channel views. So instead of using what you have to get engagement, you need the Black woman to help you. The irony. The irony, honey. That is the irony for me. It's the irony for me. Girl, you can't talk about how Black women are relating to Black men without tagging Black female content creators. But the thing, and it's so funny because it's like literally the focus is outside of themselves. And then you're wondering why people don't respect you as a collective. You're wondering why people are like, when they see something happen to you, they're just like, oh, okay, well, hope all the men get up and go on the front lines and help. That's just what's happening. It's just what's happening. It's just what's happening. And then back to my point about a victim blaming society, it's like, let me save this. This guy, he asked a question on Twitter. Why are some women out here consistently trying to save damaged and broken men? All it does is make you bitter, angry, and overly emotional, in my opinion, respectfully. Because we live in a society that allows men to behave a certain way, and women have also been socialized to believe that our goal is to nurture, mend, and help somebody who may or may not have potential. Women are socialized to be mules for men in a system of patriarchy. And it's unfortunate the way that you even frame this observation. Instead of saying, why do you try to mend the men who aren't worthy? Focus on the men's behavior and telling them to adjust their behavior because their actions are resulting in a lot of women being hurt. We literally live in a victim blaming society. Like we literally figure out a way to be like, you got what you deserved based on your choice, not that the person who enacted the whatever on you is responsible for doing it. You're responsible for receiving it. They wouldn't have done it to you if you weren't there. Like that kind of dumb shit. Like that kind of dumb shit, y'all. We got to tighten up. We got to tighten up. We got to tighten up. But I just don't understand the Black men in digital spaces. It's really odd to watch them because it's really like, you have all these issues with Black women. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. Do what y'all have been doing. Do what you've been doing. You haven't changed your behavior because it's everybody but you. So do what you've been doing. And you're going to see how people are going to adapt around you. They're not waiting for y'all to get y'all shit together. No woman is waiting for y'all to get y'all shit together. I mean, there are some Black women like, oh, our Black men, our Black men, our Black men, they're ours. No, they're not. Never have been, girl. Tighten up. Your ass need to tighten up too. The ladies, y'all need to tighten up too. This thing where you feel like you need to jump up and protect the black man. Again, you just being a mule in the system of patriarchy. It's crazy because they're complaining about y'all being masculine, and every time somebody critiques them, y'all jump up. You know what I'm saying? They complain about y'all being masculine, but every time somebody critiques their subjugated, dusty, degenerate asses, y'all jump up. I'm here to save the day. That's my job. I'm a black woman and I'm here to save the black man. Our black men. They are ours. And then somebody's messing with you and you like, where are the black men? They don't protect us. They're not protecting us. But somebody say something about black men, you like, wait! No! Don't talk about our black men. Somebody hit you over the head. Where are the black men? They not marching for me. What happened? What happened? Somebody's over there critiquing black men. Wait! Wait! Don't say nothing about our men. Your men are desiring to be observed like wolves in captivity. They want to be alphas so bad. So bad. It's so sad. It's so sad. The women have adapted. The women are saying, okay, great. And you're still online talking about why you don't fuck with black women or why we're choosing other women. Go choose them then. They ain't benefiting from it either. They haven't benefited from it either. So if you want to get to whenever y'all decide y'all want to get to the root of the problem, that's when you're going to have to do the work. You're going to have to do the work. And the work is going to say you have failed over and over and over again. From traditional, you have failed your communities from when the communities were traditional, never for black women, to the time when the women became modern. But it's so funny because black women have never been able to just be fully like traditional in the westernized ideal. Not even the westernized ideal, like traditional, like under the rule of patriarchy, women are really dependent on the men. I don't think there has ever been a real time where black women have been able to, as a collective, have this space where they just depend on men and they're just housewives with the, the little heels on and the aprons and stuff like that. It's never been June Cleaver, boo boo. It's never been June Cleaver. It's been more like Good Times. And then Good Time, it's been more like the Cosby Show. Two people in the household is working, not one. Yeah, they successful, and yeah, they educated, but it's still two people in the household working. She works. She works. In any image, the women are working. It's never been. Have anybody ever seen a show where the woman? I mean, even just to model the image, there has never even been in media. Have y'all ever seen a sitcom or any show where it's a black man and a black woman, and the black woman is at home? Everybody loves Chris. Was she a stay-at-home mom? Was she a stay-at-home mom and everybody loves Chris, or did she work? Somebody tell me, help me out. Tell me out. Because it's never been like that. So I don't even know what the fuck they be talking about. That's why I said it's a Mr. Toad's Wild Ride fantasy. I mean, you have to live in a fantasy in order to even try to embody this idea of an alpha with the knowledge and awareness that concept came from wolves in captivity. Girl. Woo, yeah, you are alpha, all right. You are a wolf, wild animal beast in captivity, and you have yet to break out of it. And you trying to get everybody to fall in line with you, and you behind the cage. You good? All right, y'all. I think that was enough for not having nothing to talk about. Take care of each other and protect your energy, honey. I got so many Real Housewives. I got to watch New Jersey. I got to watch Miami. I got to watch Orange County. Anyways, y'all, take care of each other. Black ladies, invest in yourself, okay? Take whatever time and energy that you are investing into something and you're not seeing a return. divest, and reallocate those funds to where you will see a return on your investment. And a lot of the times, the return on your investment is going to come from investing in yourself. That's when you're going to see a high return. And you are going to want to keep investing in yourself to see that high return. That's when you're going to see the return. When you keep investing in things and not seeing a return on it, you're only operating from a space of insanity, expecting different results, doing the same thing. Why do you continue to invest in things that you are not getting anything in return? Nowhere on the planet does that make any sense. So start making sense. Reallocate your time and energy into yourself so that you can see the highest return on your investment. Okay?